20% or 40%. As a bodybuilder, I think that was just too time consuming to try to figure those numbers out. I typically ate off season. I knew protein built muscles. I knew carbohydrates for the energy and the calories. I definitely knew I needed to have a wide assortment of vegetables, but I never did percentages. I couldn't tell you how many calories I took in because I never knew how many I burned up. I never put a measurement to my arm or to my waist, and body fat testing, all that stuff was kind of Chinese to me. There are some like very specialized guys like Rich Gaspari or Lebrada that can tell you to the percent of the protein and the fat and the carbs. I wasn't never one of those guys that just, I was an artist. I kind of knew what I wanted to look like, and I put it out there and let the judges judge it. That was, I measured myself by the mirror. These guys might have had a different approach in terms of breaking up the percentage.
Now, I would do 60-30-10. That's pretty much what I follow. But I can follow that because I stay within striking distance. But all depends on what's happening with your body.
What's 60, what's 60-30?
So 60% carbs, 30% protein, 10% fat. You're going to get 10% fat whether you want to or not. There's no such thing as a zero fat chicken breast. It's not going to happen. Or fish, it's not going to happen. So I stay within that. However, if you have a tendency to pick up more body fat, then guess what? You can't take in that many carbs. So that's when you really have to become really scientific and really measure that and keep your nose to a T. You know, it's a little bit different. And again, as Sean was saying, it varies per person. Now, of course, I didn't, you know, you get these different type of computerized body fat testing and all of that to sort of give you these numbers. I didn't go by that. I went by, okay, this is why I came about mine. How I looked in the mirror, the amount of body fat that I had, where I just went back because of my notes, and I would look at that, and guess what? It was right in line with those numbers. I'm a mesomorph body type. So that's a body type that carries low body fat and more quality muscle. So that fell right in line as far as my physique. So those numbers were true to what I was doing instinctively. So you can get scientific and get crazy, but you can also be smart and use the mirror. I don't do body fat tests. All you gotta do is look in the mirror. You're fat, period. You know, you don't have to have that pension to tell you that. And that's why I tell people, oh, what do you think my body? You're fat.
You're so right about that, Lee. I mean, one of the first things that the judges do, they don't have a body fat scale down there coming up on stage testing us. And they could care less about how much we weigh on stage. That's just their own ego, feeding us. And I agree with Lee and Sean. The mirror doesn't lie. Sometimes a lot of these training partners and guys out there tell you how good you look. You really don't look that good. There's a lot of them out there too because they want to take your money and get in your pocket. So they'll tell you anything. Oh man, you look fantastic. Well, everybody looks good in the gym by themselves. We've also seen the Mr. Olympia guy walking around the gym carrying a jug of water, flexing all day long. They're in every gym, but you will never know what you really have going on until you step on the stage, and whether it's an NPC stage or an IMDb stage, and then that'll tell the real deal. Because there's some times when I thought that I looked good, and then I got on stage and I realized, oh man, I probably should have lost a few more pounds of water or something. So then, it depends on, like Lee was saying, who you are, your body type. Everybody has a different body type. So for me, I would take in high protein, medium carbs, and low fat diet. Now, depending on where I was or how far I was out from the show, I would make those adjustments. Then, maybe I would go to higher carbs and lower protein. But I've always had a low fat diet, about 20%, 15% fat for me. So.
Any question?